Yeah, good afternoon, everyone. Welcome into Flying with Mike. Oh my, yeah, we have something other than a Boeing whisper jet sitting on the line here at MidAmerica. My goodness, it's about time we classed up the act here and brought Airbus out. So, hope you all are having a great Friday. You're set for the weekend. It's summertime, and hope everyone enjoys it. So let's get in here. Yes, it is an Airbus, and yes, the A320 is going to jet us from MidAmerica Airport down to not Tampa, St. Petersburg, Clearwater Airport, Florida. The other airport, just like MidAmerica, is the other airport in St. Louis. So let's hop up in the cockpit and let's get the show rolling here, shall we? All right, looking at Sim Toolkit for our pre-flight. And then we'll get into taking those numbers, putting them into the EFB, which will then put them into the plane, and we get on our way jetting down to the beach. To the beach we shall go. All right, so as you look here on Sim Toolkit, not a lot happening this Friday early afternoon, noon time here in the central time zone. But let's pull up the load sheet. How many souls dare to fly with Flying with Mike today? 174. Payload's going to end up around 1496. Now you notice it's in kilos. Folks, if you know how to change this thing into pounds, I've been told it can't be done. I'm one of those that sometimes does not believe the it can't be done line. And, well, we'll see. 8,067, though, kilograms are going to go into the wings for the flight. So, cost index today will be 53. And 37,000 feet ATC has graced us with. So let's close that out. Take a look at the rest of the flight plan here. I was remiss in getting one other piece started. I just realized that. Hang on a second. There we go. And looking at this portion of the flight plan, folks. Hang on, let me just keep myself on track here. We get a better view of this. Now, there are different formats here. Now, when we fly for Piedmont Virtual, they use, I don't know if y'all are familiar with V1 simulations. Well, when he shows his flight plan, it's in that format. United UAL 18, I want to say it says. I'm not 100% sure. This is what's called LIDO, default. Just say the word default instead of LIDO. Because this is what you get no matter what, unless you change it. And you can change it to American, Southwest, Qatar, Lufthansa. You know, there's a whole litany of them there. So, unfortunately, they don't have Allegiant. So we're going to go with the default and work with it. It's easy to really pull what you want out of it. Some of them won't even tell you what the payload broke down to passenger cargo wise and all of that. So be mindful, enjoy them, because some of them are really, they give you a lot of good information. All right, all of that said, we are not in November 218, although I should have, and I remiss. That's my favorite Allegiant plane out there. It's the Make-A-Wish plane that they did a livery for, and it's phenomenal. So today we're in November 246 November Victor. So, and our times here are not accurate, although they're pretty close. But we're going to have to kick it in the butt here to get going. Finally, here's our fuel. We're concerned mostly on this page with, now you can look and see, but this is what they're going to uplift into us. And then down here, when you're trying to determine, especially in those Boeing products, the reserve, it's right here for you. final reserve plus your alternate. Folks, you got to make the alternate, and you have to have the required reserves for FAA on board in the U.S. There it is right there, 2.9. Finally, to show it off, here's our route to our alternate, Mickey World. And actually, you know, probably Allegiant would go Sanford SFB, not Mickey World, only because it's a major base for them. I don't know. I've never seen one of their flight plans, so I'm not sure. I work at the airport they come in and out of, but I've never got a chance to see them. And then, of course, as you look down further, we're going to probably use 3-2 right. We'll see. And here's our simple routing, and it's to avoid weather. So let me pull it away. Basically, this, I think, is why they're being routed the way they are. This is sprinkles. This was some nasty storms. Still is right here. So, and then we'll just kind of hook in. We got some nastiness starting to form up here in the Tyndall, Panama Beach area. So we'll kind of watch the weather as we go, see if we get lucky, and default X-plane weather shows it. Otherwise, hey, it's a great flight. So first thing we're going to do, I'm going to bring up the browser here, and there's a reason for it. Stand by. Where are you hiding? There you are. Okay, now it looks kind of weird. It's really set up for the live map. I like to show POSCON's live map, but this is the web UI. And when you're ready, I've already got the flight plan filed. We're within 20 minutes of pushback. So we come over here to POSCON, web UI, you click on it, you get that. Oh, actually, I'm covering that all up, I just noticed. All right. There's the web UI. So when you first come on POSCON after starting the launcher and launching Flight Sim, you come here to log in. You'll log in. Make sure you're using an airliner and not a C-130 or an A-10. You might get away with a C-130. I haven't tried that one yet, but definitely won't with an A-10, F-15, Mirage, Eurofighter. Get your airline code in there and all of that, log in, and you're in the system. Then you come back, come down to web UI, and that's when this comes up. You'll click network, log in. Now, here's the cool thing. When you set your flight plan up, you get this summary. This is your ATC strip. Bet you never knew it fit on those little cards you see. But if you follow these directions right here, you go into the UI, and that's right here under network. Actually, I think it was AT. Yeah, login and status. You'll put in KUSA, and then don't tab, just click down to call sign. It has to match. Oops. This one, AAY 1809. That is our call sign for today. Okay, once you've got that all in there and you're within 20 minutes of pushback, up to 2 hours afterwards, I've been told. I'm not 100% sure. But try to do it pretty close to when you're going to use it. Do a clearance request, request clearance, send. Folks, this is just like a C-bunk on a plane from what I've been told. I don't know. I've never been up there to see them doing all this fun stuff. And there's our squawk. Now, you will have to reply to it. And we're going to just come right down into the plane. We're going to type it in. 11, oh, got to clear, sorry folks. 1103. Now, let's say we were on VATSIM. Okay, I know we're not, but let's say we were. You will run into a problem, at least that I know of, with Flight Factor and many of the aircraft. You have to turn it over from standby to either on altitude, Heck, go all the way to TARA. I don't care. It won't work in this plane. This is not going to get you showing up on their scopes. It's this button. Auto, in my feeble mind, means the doggone thing is on. It's a family channel, so we're editing ourselves here, folks. Got to click it on. I'm going to assume the same with them, and we'll keep it as is for now. We're ready to go per this. I just wanted to get that out there real quick. And then I'm going to go back to the map. This is what I like to show. There's our plane. It'll show up here in a minute. And we're going down to here. It looks like we got a few out and about. Some Watkins and TVA and all of that good stuff. So, all right. So let's do it, folks. Let's get flying with Mike. Checklist time. All right. First thing I want to do is come over here. Let's get this bird loaded. So when you come in, pop the chocks, put the ground power unit on, come in here, activate your fuel. Now, in order to fuel, you have to call it. This has to be outlined in blue. Make sure it changes colors. Now, for the flight, we are looking at 8,067 kilos. 8067 set. Okay, that sets our kilos. Now we go to passengers, 174. You have to, now you don't have to call the gate over. If you're in a gate with the jetway and you don't want to call it over, just set this, which is the same here, from stairs to gate. Click call and you'll get this. Once the blue remove is there, it doesn't highlight, then you can add passengers. 174 set. Well, look, there's a few empty seats. I think Hawker 125 wants to go fly in the bus. Come aboard the bus, pay your fare. The bus awaits you, Hawker. All right, so we'll move over to cargo now. I do need to look. I think it's 300 we have. So bear with me 1 second, folks. I'm going to look at my loadout. Yeah, 0.300 kilograms. So 300. Again, you got to call your baggage loaders. And you'll see them here in the area. Open, set. Now, before we go any further, come up here to perf data and check that your numbers match. So, 0 fuel weight planned for today, 57758. That matches fuel. This could be plus or minus 1 or 2 kilos. Remember, we're kilos on this plane. 8068, 80. Okay, we're within, like I said, the kilo. Gross weight estimated out of here, 65.5. Looks like it's pretty close. I mean, 300, give or take, you know, we'll go with. But the 0 fuel matches, all of this matches. The other information gleaned here is right here, and I like to add that to a load planner that I use, or a load sheet, I should say, because it's how I can cross-reference if things transpose correctly as it should. So the 0 fuel weight is 28.5. This is the CG. Okay. CG for the plane is 26.9. Now, the program itself is calling for up 0.3 on the trim. So up. My apologies there. 0.3. That's our trim. Now, this shows our cabin breakdown, 56, 58, 58, or 58 across the board. My bad. Not the airplane's, yeah, tail. Now, when you click set, it's taking this data putting it into the computer on the plane so that when we do the McDo, we're ready to go. All right, so let's continue on. All right, so we've already powered up. You would not see any of this lit up if we didn't have it on the batteries, at least, and the ground unit. So to get to this point real quick, when you step aboard, make sure your parking brake's on. I think you can find that. Your start switch selector here is in normal. Your switches themselves are off. I always check the radar. You only have this button working and this. And of course your how to set it, but the PWS, your probable wind shear device does not work on flight factor. Those of you with the TOLUS 319, 321, that feature I believe works. So if wind shear occurs, it'll go off, I believe. We're not going to worry the radios just yet, but we're going to just work up. I also move my throttles to make sure they're moving. Lever down. Now, when the batteries are off and we're cold and dark, these will not light up. Nor will this. Once you turn both battery switches on, this will light up. You'll see 3 green. Okay, so now we'll move up top. And then you would have checked that your wipers are off. Then you'll just hit your 2 battery switches. Once everything's on, turn on your external power, and you're to where we are now. All I've done extra is turned on the nav lights, the emergency lights, and seatbelt signs on. Cleared a couple of the offs, not all of them, and turned the ground voice recorder on. So when we do the test like we're about to, we get that tone.
Yes, Captain. We are waiting for your instruction.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
And then we just start working up. Not all the faults will go away right off the bat, folks, but we're now up to the IRS or IRUs. Make sure you move them all to nav. Get the align. Looking for on battery. Boom. We're good to go there. All that's saying is, if for some reason the aircraft engine generators go out and the APU generator goes out, the batteries will still be able to power, letting us know where we're at. Okay, we'll come back down and work our way up. What I want to do real quick, let's get us on the APU so gate agents can start boarding. Okay, got a good light. Discharge lights up. Master warnings showing. Fire showing. We don't have anything extra for these to do right now. Okay, so let's kill that. I'm going to go ahead and knock out the engine fire check while we're at it. Okay, both discharges are lit. The light's lit. There's our warnings. There's that. And we now can see that we can get a fire indication here. Okay. Good deal. Next one. Okay, again, 2 lights, the siren and the light. Warning lights flashing, engine fire number 2. And under the master switch, engine fire number 2. All right. So that helps us as we get onto this, okay? We got those all knocked out. These are in alignment. APU is running. Well, about to. We did a check. Everything's good. Let's go ahead. Hit the APU master switch to on. Drop back down here. We're waiting for the ECAM to switch. It's doing some tests, making sure we got enough oil. All the other systems are set, plus opening the door for the air to come in. Once we get flap open, as we do, I'll just pan up. We hit start. Boom. Okay, come back down. Now we're waiting for avail as it powers up. Takes about 30 seconds to a minute. Do, 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 do. Sorry, folks. It's my attempt at elevating. Okay, 79% on the N1. We're starting to see things come alive on the plane. Generators up and running. We need at least 110 to 116 volts. Our hertz are up. We're good to go, folks. And APU, I did not notice. Oh, there it is, saying available. There it is. So we come up here. Should say available. And we can now come up, external power off, bleed air on, come back over to the EFB and go to supply and remove the ground power. All right, so we are now ready to continue on here. So we've done this panel. Now we're going to come back down. Airbus goes, okay, if you really look at the panel right, folks, here, we'll do it this one. That one. Okay, they start at the front half and work back. Okay, a lot of people will say you work down, work up, however you want to say it, but just realize it's going behind you or forward. Okay, in 3D, it's real simple. 2D, All right, so we've done this panel, and we're going to start working our way up. Strobes, set them to auto. What happens is when you take off, the struts will extend out into landing gear, kicking on your strobes. When you land and the struts compress, the strobes will go off. Yeah, it's for those that might forget. Okay, seatbelt signs, no smoking, we've already done. We've armed the emergency lights. Landing switch here. Elevation is in auto, so whatever comes up in the FMC is plugged into the plane. Okay, working our way up. We're just looking for faults. Of course, these two can't be cleared. They're pretty tough. The engines aren't running yet. Fuel pumps. And we did the fire check already. Back to the bottom. Working our way up. Turning these on. And I'll bump that up to 12 o'clock. And the backup radio looks good. Okay, coming down to the middle. Got 3 green. Nothing marked and on yet here. Moved a little farther south. The FMC/McDoos are up and running. Now we will set our frequencies. Let's go back to this. And I noticed I still had that up. All right, so again, it's waiting for activation. As it says here, we've got our clearance. We just need to take off. Okay, so we are going to run with the published CTAF on the chart, or published. If none are published, we use 122.95. First one I'm putting in here, though, is 123.45. Think of this channel, VATSIMers, equivalent to 122.8, what you monitor on the VATSIM when you're not in controlled airspace. Okay, let me pull up the chart here real quick. Our common traffic is also the tower, so we'll just go 128.25. Okay, punch that over here. Over here, I'll go ahead and put in 122.950. We'll go the other way. And the other guard channel, the one aviators know quite well, 121.500. This is the Mayday channel, folks. Emergency guard. Okay. We're active here. We're active here. One last thing with flight factor you have to do. I don't know if it's a stickler with POSCON. I'm assuming it is. We have to turn the microphone on. The 767, folks, when you see me flying it, we have to actually pull up and turn up the volume. Nice feature with X-Plane. Okay, so the radios are now set. 35 minutes before, 2 hours after the planned departure is when your flight plan will be available. So we're actually late, which in Allegiant terms is on time. All right, so where were we in the checklist? Welcome in, Hannah, by the way. Thanks for stopping by. We got, TCAS. I did forget something, TCAS. And TCAS is on standby. And that is what this is handling, folks, is your TCAS. So when we start moving, we'll move it over to TARA. But for now, I turn it on. Set my code, which we got, and we're ready at this point to take care of the McDo. I'm going to go ahead and get rid of the browser because this gets fun. Alright, first off, both of them are the same. Now, if you ever need to, for some reason, come back and someone says, well, are you up to date with your nav data? If you're already on another page, all you got to do, it's very simple, folks. Hang on a second, I got to go to data, aircraft status, and you're back on the same page. Get rid of that one for now. Next up, we're going to get the flight plan started. So we go into here. I have not loaded this, folks, so we're going to put it in the system real quick here. So it's KBLV, our departure point, / KPIE. Little different than what you Boeing guys are used to and gals. Okay, our flight number for today, AAY1803. Cost index, just double checking. I believe I'm 53, but you never know. Alright, wish I was 53, but no. Alright, 53. And our cruise today, flight level 370. Now, remember how I said you could go to different sim brief formats to get, when you hit generate, it formats differently? Some of those will actually give you this temperature and the tropo that you can physically put in here. So that's why I say you might want to play with them. You never know. I, on the other hand, will just do it the old-fashioned way. Drop down to temperatures on my flight plan. Let's see here. Top climb, 37. Looks like 53, 54, 52. Well, we'll go with, let's see, 53, 54, 53, 52, 50. We'll go with 53. Whoop, not Z. / 50, well, I'm going to be generous, 52. And there, it sets it in. Tropo, unfortunately, that the Lido does not give. If it does, folks, please show me where to look for. I would love to be able to plug that in. but I have yet to find it. So we leave it. Now, temperature here. Where's outside air temperature? Missing. Okay, we'll go with whatever it comes up with. All right, next up on the list is we're going to now do the weight request. Now, to do that, these arrows down here will take you places sometimes. In this case, we want the right arrow. Oh, wait. Back up. I did forget a step. Let's get that IRS aligning. Oh, it's working. Okay, we'll go back, return. Let's get our winds plugged in here. Next phase, wind request, return. Now let's go to the weight page. This is where I keep that handy and I can use things. So we'll do the weight request. That looks pretty close, folks. Let me double check. Okay, 57.8, that looks good. Fuels, 8.1, that looks good. Zero fuel weight, hang on, I gotta zoom in a little closer. 28.5, 28. See how you can check all of this up? That right there, folks, is telling me that our alignment is complete. So I'll just click clear. 28.5, 28.5. Perfect. Everything came over like it does. Sometimes it doesn't. If it does, come back to your EFB. Click set again and you will magically watch the McDo match. Okay. Why are you being a pain? Okay. Now, moving on. They being the Flight Factor A320 checklist version 1.4, that's what I use, has us come back into here and go to the perf page. Perf. Alright, this is where things get kind of screwy. I can never get good data for this. Everything I have and try fails. Story of the life. So what we're going to do, introduce the original Big Mac. Welcome aboard, sir. Thanks for coming in and supporting the channel. Just looking at everything. And again, Big Mac, welcome in. Uh-oh. A web UI disappeared. There we go. Alright, so what we're going to do, like I said, let's introduce Top Cat. Something you guys haven't seen in a while since we've been flying that 3-holer. It's a payware, folks. I don't remember how much. It's been so long since I bought it. I don't know. But we're going to go with the data, and if the airplane doesn't like it, like always, I'll just, deal with it. Alright, so looking at Top Cat. We are, first off, we'll go back a page. Here we have basically imported it from Professional Flight Planner straight into here. This data matches that data. We go to takeoff here at the top. And I'm going to do an update. Close. Winds are still 106. Problem is, traffic at MidAmerica is still coming in 3.2, so we're going to stick with it. And they are a stickler. They never want to come off that runway for some really strange. And it might be because of current NOTAMs in place there where taxiways aren't available. I don't know. I long ago stopped trying to figure out Scott Air Force Base, who ultimately seems to control MidAmerica. Haven't figured that one out yet either, but that's life. All right, so 106, temperature 25. You know what? That's significant enough for me to come back. Ground temperature 25. Not allowed. Let's try it this way. 25. Okay, can't change that, folks. All right, so we'll go back to perf. All right, so we're dry. We're gonna go with the wet runway. I don't think the NOTAMs have lifted out there yet. No, we're gonna go dry. We're gonna do a normal takeoff. Optimum flaps, air conditioning on, anti-ice off. 3-2 right, again, 10,000 foot, 319. And all we got to do, folks, is click compute. Now, we can flex the takeoff. Actually, I can't change it from flex, so that's our choices. So we're flexing the takeoff at 62 degrees. So 146, 146, 150. And it will probably say check your data. And it say 150. Yeah. Okay. Transitions right. Now these can be changed. There is a guy out there, Black Box 711, 911. What is his call? Hang on a second. I actually have him on my Discord here. 711. Wow, they're all flying today. Okay. Anyway, so you could change these. He has a site. If you're in Europe, folks, and you're flying an Airbus, this Airbus, check it out, because he'll put down what the current thrust reduction, acceleration, and engine out is, and those can be changed. I'm sticking with default. And let's go here to config 2 slash, and our horizontal stabilizer in the back was up 0.3. Check takeoff data. Yeah, I know. 62. Check. Check. Okay. Told you that would come into play. Now, to me, that's backwards. I would always want to put my route in. This checklist says this way. I don't see that. And I've tried it. Don't worry. I have tried flipping it around, and it still does the same thing. Okay, so now we go to F plan, and we start putting in this routing, folks. Those of you not familiar, there you go. And we're going to be, again, 3-2 right, unless told otherwise by a controller. So, first click here, 3-2 right, and we do not have a departure in that direction. Technically, Bless is available, but we're not even going over Nashville, so temp, boom. Okay, so we're going to ENL, L, okay, PXV, which is over Evansville. Wrong way. Did I go the right way? Yes, I did. Sorry, folks. You click up to scroll up, click down to scroll down. Okay, so after Evansville, I think we're going to, yep, Knoxville. The reason I know a lot of these folks is I've actually flown into them quite often. And some, like PXV, VXV, the interesting ones like that, I remember my own craziness. I know. ODF. I don't remember that one. It rings a bell, but I can't put a name to it. And AMG. Not AMC, AMG. Last fix, BAAMF. Bravo, Alpha, Alpha. Mike Fox. Alright, and then we'll just do that, and that solidifies. Now, let's go back to F plan, pull this out. I know, the real guys are going, gosh, I wish I could do that. It'd be so much easier to see. Let's go up here, select plan, and step ourselves through it. Stepping it, instead of clicking step here, folks, all we got to do, click up. And it takes us through. There's that. And we're just looking for discontinuities and really wild numbers. Like if you type in something when you're doing it by VORs or by fixes like that, and you end up with something 5,000 miles off, it probably selected the wrong one or the system selected the wrong one. That happens, folks. Don't let it fool you. And working our way down, BAMF. And of course we have this discontinuity because I haven't put the arrival in. KPIE. And currently I'm going for the ILS runway 18 on, I lost it again. Hang on. Actually, let me get rid of Top Cat. That's kind of really troublesome. But I do want to bring in charts. We're going to verify some things here. Hang on a second. Let me go up here. Dates. Dates 9. Okay, so click up. Dates. Darms pie. Is this for the... Oh, this is the approach. Okay, hang on. Currently planning 18. I think that's... There's pie. So. And Darbs. Yeah. Okay. All right, so let's take a look. I got a bad feeling about this. I had a feeling. Yeah, it's blown out all of these. It loves to do this to me. Insert. Try it one more time, folks. Arrival. Why are we not getting a transition on the date's 9? Okay, well, we'll have to input them. Do it now. Alright, so 2 dates. We're going to need Corey. Next up, CAPOH. CAPOH. And it's better to do this now, folks, than on the fly in the air, so to speak. EDISN. Lean. This caught me once shooting the river's approach into DC. Alright, so now, here's where having it up here helps. See if we selected the right one. RV. Really? Oh, I think I may have selected the wrong one. Okay, let's put them in. Let's see. Okay, everything's lining up. Okay, good. Last one, KOKOH. KOKOH. Insert. Clear discontinuity. Insert. Okay. Now, looking at this, the good thing is none of these have altitudes tagged to them. Then we should see G-spar. Good. And then should be a discontinuity, I believe, here. Can't get rid of. Okay. And then we go to Zeppelin, which is our ILS. And then we track in. Alright, so that is all set now. Pull that back to ARC and get away. Alright. And there, folks, the McDo is ready for flying. Alright, speaking of which, let's real quickly take a look at our, taxi and departure here. Alright, and we'll put that on, center it, and I am going to throw, I think I've already got the runway on it, I do. Alright, so airport-wise, we are parked right here at the terminal. We're going to come out Kilo 4, out Kilo to Kilo 6 for takeoff, unless someone tells us otherwise. Once airborne, we'll make our right-hand turn, direct Centralia, then on course. So there's our departure and our taxi brief, folks. It's that simple. Okay, let's put the McDo away. And with everything loaded, we're going to come back to our EFB service, cargo, remove. Fuel, remove. Okay, so as we look out, all we should see is a jetway. And that, folks, takes us to before start. So, come in here to the flight control unit. Very simple, Q&H. Q&H. $29.90. Okay. The nice thing is what I do here, I think does here, except with some exceptions. Oops. Nope, it doesn't. Alright. Constraints on. Flight director is on. LS is off. Landing system. And we're back on ARC. ARC 2020. And straight to 37. Unless told otherwise. Not sure why we're not. Oh well, we'll get it when we come on. Auto throttle set, and we are set and ready to rock it and roll it. We just checked that McDo, make sure I didn't miss any discontinuities up here at the top. It did not. Okay, so we want this on F plan. This F. We're set. Alright, so back over here, we're going to close up the doors. Call the pushback tug. Sorry folks, no power back with this one.
Ground to cockpit. Please show me where you want to go.
Okay, I hit the wrong button, sorry.
Ground to cockpit. Please show me where you want to go. Ground to cockpit. Tow is driving up.
Okay. Doors closed. Jetways pulling away. While we're waiting on all of this, with Millennial Aviation, we are going to start the ACARS program and we are ready for pushback. Gives you an idea of what we're looking at, folks. Aircraft position, there we go.
Okay, all doors and hatches are closed. Ready to connect.
Cleared to connect. Alright folks, here we go. Want to welcome everyone aboard. If you haven't already, we would love for you to follow the channel. That way you'll get to see where we're flying to. We do fly 727s, 747, 200s, the Airbus, 320, 737, 800s, 767s. Sometimes you'll see us in a Citation, a Navajo. We're working on a surprise plane here soon. Got to get better with the landings on it, so
Tow connected and bypass pin.
that'll take a
inserted.
few
Release
tries
parking
and
brake.
we'll get rolling. All right, she's hooked up. We're ready to roll. Brakes off.
Starting pushback, and you may start engines.
Beacon on. All right, folks, to start this one up, it's really super tough. Move the selector knob to start. And start number 2. Let you watch them spooling up. There's no turning packs off or anything like that. It does it all for you, folks. Now, if you're gabbing away and don't pay attention and you come back and everything's blank and you may have missed a veil, if this is not gray, you missed a veil. You'll see a veil when it's ready up here. And that means we can start up number 1. Like right now, if you came over, did I miss it? Nope. Did you see how that gray box went away here? That's the key, folks. Okay, so we're available. I'm going to wait till we're done pushing back. there goes the airport director.
Operation complete. Go ahead and set the parking brake.
Brake set.
Disconnecting tow. Stand by.
All right. Crank up number 1. Folks, we don't have to worry too much here. It's doing it all for us. See, there's that gray box again. And we'll get a signal from better pushback. They're ready to disconnect. I'm going to go ahead and say, go ahead. Make my day. All right, engine started.
Tow is disconnected and bypass pin has been removed. Hand signal on the left. We'll see you next time and have fun up there.
Oh, we always have fun. Thanks for flying with Mike. All right, so APU bleed off. Packs 1 and 2 are on and off with the APU. She's gonna poke her head out of the truck here, and that'll tell us they have the pins. We're cleared for taxi. All right, final checks, folks. Nose lights and runway lights, they'll come on in a second. We got our nav and logo on. Brake fan, that is located right here, folks. Airbus has fans that you can turn on and turn off to prevent a hot brake issue. Hawker 125 found that out with the A310. Auto brake, max. Weather, on. Oh, which one to use today? We'll go number 2. And just leave it there, folks. What else do we got? Spoilers. We do want to arm those just in case we reject. The white ribbon tells you they're armed. Flaps 2. We're set to go. Oh, really? You're going to go there? Hang on a second, folks. Sorry about this. Guess I haven't used this plane yet. Done. Really shocked. MidAmerica traffic, Allegiant 1809, taxiing to runway 32 right via Kilo. Okay, our little checklist is ready. Cabin's ready. Brakes off. Here we go. Alright, and let's go ahead, turn on the taxi lights. 1 notch, and they're all the way up for the runway. This is part of your landing lights. We'll talk about them in a minute. I can already hear y'all saying it. You forgot something? Oh, not really. Surface check. I want to show you a little neat feature on here. All right, first thing. Okay, as we're taxiing out, we'll go left, right. That looks good. And everything's centering. Okay, down, up, down, up. Now, how do we check the rudder without causing major catastrophe? Real quick, push the button and do your rudder check, and you're not turning the plane. Although right now, I need to be turning. All right, so you see the tiller there next to the stick, that's where you would deactivate the button on top, and you can check your rudder. Alright, final thing. Let's make the aircraft go through the test and see if it passes. Takeoff config check is this button right here. We're looking for everything to go green. Done. Okay, we're all set to go, folks. Now, said something about landing switches. Alright, now we have the taxi light 3 position. Taxi, takeoff, landing, slash landing. Now these are 3 position too. They're going to basically, the lights are actually inboard right in front of the main landing gears. They drop down. That's just like the 737-800. And then there's a second position to illuminate. So when we get cleared, if we get a clearance like line up and wait, boom, that tells us with them extended that we're not cleared for takeoff. It's a visual cue in the car. It's what some crews do. Some may not. This is just something they work out in their little banter back and forth. Okay, and I am going to keep that at 20. And yeah, we're about 35 minutes late. Oh well, that makes Hawker's job a little harder. Why was it late? ATC problems. TCAS, let's get that turned. TARA. MidAmerica traffic, Allegiant 1809, departing runway 32 right, direct Centurion. Now the auto on the strobes, yeah, we should be turning those on. We'll get the wing lights on. I'm going to treat this as a line up and wait. We're all set to go. Cleared for takeoff. Okay, all nicely lined up. Lights on. Go, folks. 50%. Stable. Punch it. Okay, there's 80. Airspeed's alive. Go.
V1. V2.
I forgot to set my sounds. I was going to say, I thought that was awful quick. V1, rotate. Gear up. Quick flyby here, folks. Of course. Didn't want that up. And we'll go direct
Gear up.
Centralia. Okay. And I'm just going to drop down, pull this up, go to F plan, direct Centralia, and go and turn the autopilot on. Really hate this because sometimes it's really a pain to get it to go direct. Come on. Oh, why won't you go direct, airplane? Okay, well, we're about to go through 10,000.
10,000 feet.
You're gonna really make me fly old school here and go point to point? Okay, we will if we have to. Alright, but we're gonna get the after takeoff done first. I've done some of it already. Spoilers are down, brake fan can go off. Anti-ice barrow will go standard. We're accelerating. I don't know why we're not going direct, but one more try. All right, you Airbus aficionados, I don't know what I'm doing wrong. Yeah, ENL. That's what I'm trying to get her to go direct to. Waypoint. Insert. No idea. For some reason, this plane has really gotten stubborn of late. Yeah, both. I really hope one day I can have a flight where I don't have problems. That's okay. We will make the airplane turn to Pocket City next. Okay, direct, Pocket City. It's taking it that way, it's just not doing it automatically.
$18,000 feet.
Okay, well, let's not get remiss. Standard. Okay. It is what it's gonna be. Oh, wait a minute. Oh, wait, no. I don't get this. It's funny, I click approach and look what happens. Ah, yeah. I don't get it. I really don't. Oh, for crying out loud. Really? Alright, well, we're in an open climb, not a managed, which I'm not sure why we're not even managed now. Making no sense at all. Alright, well, we're going to just continue on, and we'll just have to move things along as we go. Oh boy. This is the first time I've had this much trouble with the Airbus. Well, let's walk through and make sure all the systems are doing good. Okay, so lead air, that looks good. Cabin pressure is doing well. Hydraulics, good. Fuel. Let's get on up there and... Alright, so let's get the cross feed on. 2-4. Alright, so we'll bleed that down. Come back down here, continue. EPU off. Alright, air conditioning looks good. Oxygen looks good. Okay. Okay. All right, all looks well. Recall, nothing to recall. We're clear and all looking good. Okay, well, I don't know why things are just not behaving like they should be. Keep that on fuel now. As soon as we get the 100 off, we'll check things out. All right, so, well, folks, we'll just kind of play it by ear and okay, we're just about even here. As soon as we even up, we'll turn the pumps back on, make sure everything's okay, and then turn the cross feed off. Okay, pumps on. Cross feed off. There we go, folks. Wish I knew why I can't get this to go. Just make sure no discontinuities. This bothers me too, but oh well. Well, we'll just fly it old school. Alright, well, I don't get this at all. But we're scooting along, getting down there as quickly as we can. Just make sure I don't have anything. Oh, great, we're losing the weather map. Well, there it goes. Oh, getting a little nasty looking down there in the St. Pete area. All right, folks, we are just gonna fly by the seat of our pants, I guess, since we can't get this thing to decide to come on track here. All right, so we'll go ahead. We still got 7 to go. We got something to work. I don't know what I did, folks. I really don't know what I did. We'll take it. Well, that was because, now I do. It wasn't, I don't know what I did. Welcome to Flight Factor, folks. I'm just leaving it at that. You gotta love it. Okay, maintenance, the airplane just kind of fixed itself. Oh, yeah. The whole thing was, it's almost like I just held the switch down and it finally did it. I don't know. Well, now we're at least in a managed climb. That's wild. Perf. Yeah, now we're managed. And, yeah, we're good. Jeez. I think I'm going to go back to the 727. Oh, but anyway, folks, here, let's just do a flyby. That's all we need right now. It has been a while since we've taken the Airbus off. You know, and I have been so close there, Hannah, to pulling the trigger and getting Tallis. Very close. This flight may push me over. And you know, no, I'm not going to go there. I was going to say something about Allegiant and A320s, but I'm going to leave it there. It's not delivery, I know. Quite funny though. Don't know what I did. It's happened a couple of other flights ago with this aircraft, and all of a sudden I did something and poof, it worked. Maybe I need to go out and check. Yeah, and I've heard that about the 319, 321s. And that's why I'm so close to pulling the trigger. Oh, sorry about that, folks. Yeah, it looks like it's actually beginning to get sunny here in St. Louis. Taking its sweet old time, but starting to. All right, while we're at it, really? Really? Oh, I'm going to get ATC. So I better get in here and get on the right channels. There we go. Okay, got that set. Almost leveled up here at 37. Yeah, we'll let him go ahead and play with her toys. I think I was giving the wrong weather out. Let me check that. Wasn't giving the weather out. Okay. Well, let's see what. $260 at 1710. Okay. Still favoring 1.8, but barely. Let's take a look here ahead. Go. No, it looks like we're pretty much going to have to use 1.8. Okay. Although, ooh, yeah, we'll contemplate that later. Okay, we are cruising along here, folks. Just leveled up at 37,000. And I totally forgot I had the map up, and you guys got to see whatever it was I just had up. Man, not doing well today, folks. All right. Okay, so 260 at 17. Ooh, pretty brisk winds down there and a lot of weather. A lot of weather to fly through to get in there, so we'll see how it happens. Well, folks, we hope that descent in about an hour or so will be a lot better. Actually, in about a half hour, be a lot better. So we're about to come into Atlanta's airspace. Okay, everything's looking good here. Do want to see something. Okay, let's try to refresh. Hey, there we go. All right, let's get back on the map. Wonder what the refresh time is here. And I forget how they get a hold of us. I'll be honest with you. It has been that long. Oh, on 121.5? Well, it would help to be monitoring that, wouldn't it? I thought they would do it over 123.450. 123.45. Oh, okay. I thought. Oh, that's what I get for thinking. We'll just leave it at that. I mean, half the climb out, I couldn't even get it on nav. Oh, it's air-to-air pilot. Okay. For some reason, I mistook that as the in-flight guard channel. Out of curiosity. Well, let me do it this route. Well, I got a sec. Okay, that didn't help. I gotta quit doing this on this. Or let me just do this. There we go. $18.3. Okay. Okay, so 122.950, just like in the real world, a Unicom channel. Okay. All right, we should be getting reached at here momentarily, folks, as we're drifting into Atlanta right now. Unless, of course, he flies like I do with the eyes closed. It's always safer that way, folks. Don't see it coming. Oh, okay, cool. Yeah, I'm just trying to keep St. Pete up so I can kind of watch the weather as I'm drifting towards them. And it's marginal conditions right now, so we could go to instrument, possibly. Let me see. See. Oh, I think I just got pinged. Alright. Alright, so let's go ahead, head over to that. Contact center 20.725. Hang on. Switch that over. We'll go. Atlanta Center, Allegiant 1809, level 37,000. Hello. Atlanta Center, Allegiant 1809.
Legion 1809, Atlanta Center, good evening, radar contact. Maintain level 370, I'll have a shortcut for you here shortly.
Copy, we'll maintain and we'll be watching for that shortcut, Allegiant 1809. All right, well, that works out. Let's see what my shortcut could be. All right, let me get another browser window open, get up here in Atlanta. He's probably going to send me, there it is. Where's the new message? I heard a bing. There it is. Oh, direct. And Allegiant 1809 copies. We are cleared direct. Bravo Alpha Alpha Mike Fox. Hopefully not too many alphas in that.
Sounds great. And for future reference, all you have to do is will code to that message, and you don't have to call in voice. That's the beauty of CPDLC.
Oh, Allegiant 1809 copies. Thanks for the info.
Yep, no problem. Unless you just want to talk to me.
Oh, nice. All right, so we're going direct here. Execute. You better turn, plane. You're not turning. Okay, let's get on an intercept course. All right, so we're banking around here. Get on an intercept. Okay, I'm going to go back to the map. Can we turn any faster? Wow. Holy cow. A little more. Try 190. Okay, let's try direct. Insert. Okay. Here we go again. Oh boy. Really wish I knew what I did last time. I cannot get this thing. Very annoying. Really would love to know what I did wrong. Well, that's the beginning of our stars, so really would like it to be working. This is really strange. Why I can't get this thing back into okay. Why it's not putting information out is beyond me. Why does it take it out? Oh boy. All right, well, you know what? We'll just continue on, folks. That's all we can do at this point. We're drifting still. Up here, wondering what this green line, if it has to match up for it to click in. Why does it clear all this out, though? Yep, whatever I did before is not working this time, and we're still drifting. Try and stay on that line and fly it out. Let's bump it out a little. Okay, we are direct Bravo Alpha Alpha Mike Fox, heading 168 course, and I'm going to try direct one more time. Mind-boggling what's going on here. Alright, well, it is what it is. We'll deal with it as we deal with it. So, alright, if need be, declaring an emergency into St. Pete if need be. Who knows? Right? Who knows? Oh man, everything's out now. I have a feeling there is a failure underway, and we're not getting to see what's causing it. Oh, well, now it's showing up over there. Okay, pressures are looking good. I've had failures, folks, that I don't have this thing set up to do failures, so I don't know if that is something Flight Factor puts in, but I have had failures come up on this plane. Go, keep it about right there. That way y'all can kind of see, especially those of you that know a little bit more about this plane than I do. I knows enough to be very dangerous with it. I could probably land it, but it'd be very scary. Source. Probably wouldn't know where you would be able to turn it into that, but I'll tell you, there are times, folks, where it sure appears to me like it did it. Okay. Oh, this would be a nice time for a Airbus pilot real world to pop in and tell me, what did I do wrong? Oh well, we'll make it there, folks. Let me check something. Okay, going through Athens right now, Georgia. Alright, so for the descent, we'll worry about that in a little bit. How much to top a descent? It won't help. Great. That's because we're no longer managed. How about that? We're back in. Folks, I don't know what we did. Again, I just moved it one either way, clicked it a couple times, and we're back. Really screwy. Real world Airbus pilots, help. Oh, we'll get her in there, folks. Not a big deal. Alright, so top of descent stands about 300 miles out. We're about 3/4 of the way through Atlanta's airspace. See how that works on the way out. Oh, how about that? We've lost the web UI again. Bizarre. Well, I don't know what, but you know what? Let's just chalk it up to one of those kind of flights. Oh, Las Vegas. I probably wouldn't stay on POSCON the whole time. But that's weird that I keep losing the UI like that. Oh well. Alright folks, well we are going to start walking ourselves through this arrival. Alright, so if the music is too loud and you have a hard time hearing, let me know. Before I get started, those of you new, welcome in. Thank you so much for giving us a test drive. Give us a look. We'd love you to click follow. It's very simple. Just click that heart. Whoops, if I could spell, it would help out. And it'll get you to where you'll know when we're going live each and every time with an email. That's all it costs you. It's free. If you want ad-free, that on the other hand will cost, unfortunately, via a subscription, via Prime, or out of the back pocket. But to just follow, folks, that's free, and we'd love for you to do it. Also, everyone in the channel right now, if you just put in the exclamation mark, the word tickets, space, and the number 1, it'll enter you in the raffle. The raffle, we're giving away a subscription to Flying with Mike on or around 11 July. All depends my work shift, what day that is. There'll also be a group flight and all. If you go to our Discord channel, you'll get more details as I try to figure out what's the best airport and all for this group flying. Basically look for about a 100 to 200 mile flight to a point, and then we just do approaches. It's something I see here at MidAmerica Airport where I work, where aircraft will come in from a base somewhere like Jacksonville, Dover, Omaha, shoot approaches. They may lay over the night or they may fly back, who knows. But it's a way for their pilots to keep current with dissimilar airports than what they're used to, so, and that's how they stay current. Again, that's the exclamation point, the word tickets, a space, and the number 1 gets you entered. And if you've already entered, You can enter every stream. Not anytime anytime during the stream you can enter once. I'll mark your name down and we'll get you in the hat for the drawing, like I said, on the 11th of July or whatever date close to it our stream will be. Alright, getting all the paperwork stuff out of the way here, let's get into talking about the arrival into St. Pete. And then we'll talk about the scenery we have once we're on the ground. Okay, so we're doing the Dades 9 approach. Now, folks, when you're on the ground, if you put this in at your departure point, check your fixes. Sometimes they load, sometimes they don't. And Flight Factor sometimes is a pain in the rump and does not load them. So we did not have any transitions, and so we're direct right now, BAAMF. From there, we'll track to Corey, Kapoa, Edison, Olean, Marvy, Coco, and to Dades. Pretty simple, straightforward, no altitude restrictions whatsoever. So let's try and glean some more information. Okay, your ATIS is 134.5. As I saw last stream, I believe it's kind of like VATSIM. If they don't set up an ATIS when you're on VATSIM, I'm thinking POSCON works the same way. You're not going to hear it. At least that's how it is with me. I don't get it, but it is what it is. Airport elevation, we got to look at the graphic here, 11 feet. So transition, of course, 18,000. You got to have DME, IRU, GPS. All of that's on this plane, folks, and radar. Well, we may or may not. We have radar, but not the kind I think they mean here. Jets and turbojets, or jets and turboprops only. So little Cessna 172s, you can't fly this. Good luck flying it at altitudes. Do not file. Nick. Oh, okay. So, are you serious? So only Hybic, EAMF are the only transitions you're allowed to file to get in here. ATC will route you to the other ones. Interesting. And again, here's our route in. Now at Dades, we're going to go on to G-Spar and then vector to runway 18. Vector means we're going to, unless ATC is there, we're going to turn. We'll have that chart here in a minute, and intercept the localizer into St. Pete. Not sure how this translates to those coming in on Tampa, the main airport there. So we'll see. So let's talk about the ILS onto 18. Of course, across the top, 134.5. We talked about the ATIS. There's the approach if we have ATC. CTAF 118.3. We'll put that in as our frequency for the tower. Ground. Actually, I thought they had a tower. That's interesting. That is CTAF only. Interesting. Then again, it is Florida. Like California, very interesting. Okay. The nice thing about Airbus and 747 777s, they automatically put this in, but we need to verify. 109.1, that's our localizer for 18. I'm putting in the METAR one more time. making sure 260, so we're still good. Sorry folks, let me deal with something here real quick. Alright, I see we've had a couple chats. Appreciate you from the 2 bots that came in telling me how to buy followers and all. We don't do that, so. But thank you. Sure appreciate you taking the time to hit our channel. Weather is 260 at 17 with gusts to 23, so really is still not changed much. 1853. Okay, so we're about a few minutes away from a new METAR. So we'll see how this changes with that. So we're still planning 1.8. The key that I'm watching is lightning distant, meaning are these storms tracking to St. Pete? Time will tell. Hopefully the next METAR will tell. I am going to try and get the skinny on that real quick. All right, let me, I'm just doing something here, getting a quick update. Oh, it's possible. All right. We'll see. And we'll get to see if it shows up on the screens here. All right, so for the runway 18, like I said at G-Spar, we're going to fly 176 to intercept the localizer. Wait a minute, that ain't going to work. We're going to fly 266, and then we're going to intercept 176 for the ILS in here. I just noticed that. Why does it say that? So we'll intercept, come down, zep them. It's not on here. Okay, so 176 Kapoke. 1,460 feet, folks. So that's where we're descending down to. Decision altitude here is 207 feet MSL. 200 above the ground. All of that is, wait a minute, I'm trying to remember, can I put a decision height in here? Oh, that's in my McDo. Sorry folks, you fly so many planes, it takes a few seconds for it to all click in. Uh-oh. Okay, get that set. Haven't heard it. We're getting very close to the border. Run for the border! All right.
1809, leaving my airspace. Frequency change is approved. Have a good flight into St. Pete.
Allegiant 1809 copies. Thanks for the ATC. You have a great day as well.
Bye now.
All right. 1. And over. And now we'll set this to 118.3. So we're ready for the approach. There we go. All right. Back up here. All right. So as you can see, we are exiting out. I'm going to kind of zoom in a little here. I want to kind of see how see that weather's hanging north again. We flew into Tampa, holy mackerel, a couple of weeks ago. Same exact weather setup, folks. It just hung north, swamped Tampa airport, but not St. Pete. It's kind of like MidAmerica Airport. We're like a reliever for Lambert. And they, every now and then they get caught here, but it's not often. Okay, you all can read the missed approach. And so again, we're going to come off to 66 intercept. Looking at this, we're going to come down. We'll set for 1,500 feet so we can just kind of intercept the slope, come down, and fly it in. This chart here is very important if you believe, you know, ILS should be about a 3-degree glide slope. So what is going to be our arrival? Let's see. Let's come here. We will click this probably over, I forgot the name of the fixed. Stand by. I don't have it up. So it's, anyway, we'll click it before we turn for the localizer. Don't do that now or you fly it F speed all the way. That is not a good speed. All right, so 132, 130, call it 140, okay. And we're 182 out, so 140. Let's look at these numbers. So as long as we fly 743 feet a minute, we should maintain that 3-degree glide slope, which if we're on approach, it should be on it no matter what. Also, from Kapok, NDB, to the missed approach point, 1 minute, 53 seconds. So when I click that timer, hang on. There it goes. So when I click timer and it shows up here, 1 minute, 53 seconds from Kapok to the missed approach. If I don't see that runway, we have to go around. Maybe. No, in real world, folks, you go around. On Microsoft and X-Plane, that's your call. I'll leave it at that. Real worlds, go around. There's your minimums again. Also for your visibility, 18 if it gives an RVR, or a half mile. So you have to have 200 and a half mile, or you're not coming into this airport, or you're going to hold your holding fuel to come in, or go to your alternate. Okay, just in case it's kind of gloomy there, we'll get a Mauser for our approach lights. Happies should be on the left side. I say it that way because my home airport, KBLV, where we took off at, when you come in on 14 left, they're on the wrong side. They're supposed to be on the right. Chart says it. I've seen it every day that I worked there. X-Plane has it on the left. So, they're pretty close. I mean, they do a great job, X-Plane, but they do miss it every now and then, folks. Uh-oh. Hawker is in the house. Welcome. Hope you're having a great day there, Hawker. All right, let's go ahead and get rid of that. Bring that in, and this is what you... Oh, why did... Oh, they're way down there. Okay. The first part of the chart, folks, won't show up, actually. Yeah, most of the chart won't show up until we get to around Edison. All right, well, that was real nice of Atlanta Center to give us the direct to the initial. We're almost there. And looking forward to bringing it in. Sure did. We actually took a tip from the Boeing drivers and did the whole plane in speed tape. Yeah, that's the only way Boeing can fly is with speed tape. So, just in kidding and fun. I do like flying the Airbuses, folks. I actually prefer them over many of the Boeings, but now I've got to ask a lot of people, some real pilots, some real questions here, because we had some interesting events on this plane that I'm quite curious what normally causes that in the real plane, if it even does. But it may cause me to get TOLUS, because I think it's a flight factor thing. But I love the plane. Really fun to fly, folks. Easy. And, you know, a lot of times I quite frankly would rather fly this than the 737s. Speaking of flying, let's see. I am getting very close to the weather. Okay, kind of watch it here. That is just so wild how that weather just seems to hang just north of the St. Petersburg airport and right on top Tampa. Almost reminiscent of how it is here in St. Louis. The other thing X-Plane does that irritates me, shows the end of the world right ahead of us. I know it's a scenery issue, it just drives me nuts. Because if I get it to the right angle, it goes away. There it goes. It just, one thing I really, All right, well, anyway, we'll just blast on over here. I think we have come across, nope, not yet, our initial onto the star, and we'll start tracking in here momentarily. Did another ATC come up? What the heck am I? Oh, it did. Jacksonville came up. They pinged me. They're going to make me switch frequencies, aren't they? Okay. They're going to make it fun today. 125. Whoop, missed it. There we go. When he says so, I shall. Oh, great. My radios are not working again. Oh, I get tired of this with POSCON. Still not. Why are they not matching up? Oh, this is gonna drive me bonkers why it's doing this. Oh well, I haven't been pinged yet, so I'll keep going, but oh, my radios. Okay, well, not sure what the heck's going on. It is definitely not showing my standby channels. Right, top descent. Where are we? I say, I thought you should be contacting me here. How am I not in compliance? You never contacted me. It's gonna be like, okay, how this goes. Jacksonville Center, Allegiant 1809.
Invited 1809 Jacksonville, Center Ranger, good evening.
By the way, that was the first message I have gotten from you.
Legion Flight 1809 Roger, did it? It should have just had you contact me on the frequency. Did it say something else?
Yeah, that it, 3 minutes or something like that, yeah. I was not in compliance or something like that.
Interesting, okay. I'll take a look into it. Appreciate it.
What's this? Something's not. Let's see, from Edison. Okay, so there's Corey. Pull this up. Oh, sorry, I am. Oh, really?
Legion Flight 1809, descend across 40 miles north of the St. Petersburg Clearwater VOR and maintain 1313,000. The St. Pete Clearwater altimeter is 29er 3.
Okay, descending flight level, did you say 13,000 north of St. Pete? So I'm going to have to dial that up.
Legion Flight 1809, you might have cut out there for just a moment. Cross 40 miles north of the St. Petersburg VOR and maintain 1313,000.
sorry. I was dealing, all of a sudden it said I was being ghosted here, sorry.
Flight 1809, Roger. And just to verify, you do have it 40 north of St. Pete VOR at 1313,000.
40 north, St. Pete, flight level or 13,000 for Allegiant 1809.
Roger, and the St. Pete Clearwater altimeter is 29903.
Okay. Copy the altimeter for Allegiant 1809. All right, why are you putting me in a circle here, guys? That should not be. Oh boy. All right, let's bring up Navrad. St. Pete. $16.40. Oh great, I'm doing a lot of things on the fly here. Let's just get that information in. Next. Go with 29.93. Temperature 30. Winds, where are you? 260 at 17. 260-17. MDA 207. Okay. Back to perf. 59 miles. Okay. All right, back to radio and 1640. All right, let's begin our descent. One 3,000. Do not get the circle. Oh, I think I know where the issue lies. Olean, no, Harvey, Coco.
Station Flight 1809, just for your planning purposes, I am depicting areas of moderate to extreme precipitation scattered along your route of flight all the way to St. Petersburg.
Allegiant 1809 copies. Yeah, we've seen that on the METARs. I need to go delete. Come on. Clear. Oh no, here we go again. Alright, we'll fix it that way. I think I got the wrong Olean in there, that's why. Alright, everything else panning out good. Miles. Okay, so we're looking good on the descent. Working a little bit too much on this, folks. And it would be nice if it showed up here, but it doesn't. But I know that's a thing with them. See if I can get anything to show up. All right, so we're descending. Where's the green dot at? Are we out of managed? We sure are. There we go. Alright, so we are back in business, folks. I am descending via the chart. Put it back on here so you get an idea where we are. He wants us 40 northwest of Pi. I'll do the best I can in judging that. Can only work off of this 30-ish miles. See what we can do. Okay, everything's in managed. Got after cocoa dates. And cheese bar. That's where we'll turn to intercept. Alright, let's get into the checklist. Okay, passing throttles. Okay, seatbelts. Good enough. Get them on. Alright, here we go. Start QNH is set. Altimeters. Wish we could preset it. Okay, at 10,000. All right. Let's do it this way. Make it a little easier on us. There we go. Okay, I'll have to take a look and find out what's wrong with that scenery. Let's get some speed brakes going though. Might need more. And it is raining, folks. Wish we could see it on the scope here.
Major Flight 1809, you are leaving my airspace. Miami Center is offline. Change to advisory frequency is approved. Have a wonderful rest of your day.
Changing to advisory. Allegiant 1809. Thanks for the ATC. Bye now.
Take care.
118. What was it? 118. . 118. 118. 118. 118. 118. 118. 118. 118. 118. 118. 118. 118. 118. 118. 118. 118. 118. 118. 118. 118. 118. 118. 118. 118. 118. 118. 118. 118. 118. 118. 118. 118. 118. 118. 118. 118. 118. 118. 118. 118. 118. 118. 118. 118. 118. 118. 118. 118. 118. 118. 118. 118. 118. 118. 118. 118. 118. 118. 118. 118. 118. 118. 118. 118. 118. 118. 118. 118. 118. 118. 118. 118. 118. 118. 118. 118. 118. 118. 118. 118. 118. 118. 118. 118. 118. 118. 118. 118. 118. 118. 118. 118. 118. 118. 118 3.
18,000 feet.
All right, folks. There's transition. Looks like we go full speed brakes. All right, we are just about to that point. 40 miles pi is right there. We're going to be leveling off here real quick. Speed brakes off. And folks, I am going to continue down to 7. Let's make it 5. What's wrong with the speed brake? Need it. There we go. Okay, so all right, so we are working this in, folks. Last METAR here. $19.53 is 310. So technically, we should be going to 3.6. We'll hold. Come on in on the 1/8s. Oh, this is going to be a tailwind landing. All right, so 2993 winds, 29er, yeah. Distant lightning, still okay. Okay. Here, let me dial this down so we got a better view. Lights on. Streets are on. LS. LS. Up.
Dive!
Hawker, welcome in.
Dive!
All right. Here we go. Set to
10,000
here.
feet.
And then over here, I am going to go ahead and activate the approach. And we should be good. All right, let's speed brake up. Approach checklist, landing procedures, seatbelts, approach phase, activated, speed modes, mine, AP buttons. All right. All right, folks, we are sorry I got a little quiet there as I'm trying to work my way over to that runway. Sure nobody's pinged us. No, they have not. All right. All right, coming up on 5,000, we'll go for lessening the descent. Let's do it this way, see if we can't swing up and A26. All right, well, we should getting ready to intercept. We should be getting indications of the ILS. IPI 1091, 1091, 176, so that's all good. Indication should be good here in a moment. Sorry again for the quietness, folks. A lot happening real quick. Let's switch to common traffic. Let's go 20. All right, real quick, running through the checklists here. Nose lights, auto brake, flaps. We're going to start into them here in a moment. Spoilers, landing gear, and all. Okay, so we're set as soon as we get an indication on the localizer and the glide slope, which that ought to be happening here real quick. Let's go ahead, bring on the wing lights. Okay. Alright, what I was getting ready to do was to see if my constraint was what was holding us back. Alright, now let's turn in for the intercept. 236. Just go with the chart. Okay. As soon as we drop below green dot, I'm putting in the first notch of flaps. There we go. Now we'll slow up to 180. I think that might be our runway ahead of us, right there. Alright folks, and I am running on new scenery here that I purchased, hence the little notation you saw up at the top. Don't know what we're missing, but we're missing something for it to give us that. And until the glide slope comes in, we'll hold at 180. And I plan to be fully configured at kaput. Kaput. No. Alright folks, 2700 we need to, once established, doesn't tell us what to climb. Oh, climb to 600, right? 1700, okay. Okay. Definitely looks like a runway straight ahead, folks. We'll see. Zapulum, and then 360 for the for Kapuk. Actually, I am good now. Yeah, we'll leave it. I think we're fine. Although we're beginning to lose sight of it, we may have to go into a full Cat 3. Okay, there. Let's slow 160. Go to flaps 2. Glide slope. Set up for 140. Correct. Yep.
2,500.
2,500.
Flaps 3. Gear down.
Gear down.
Okay, runway is now in sight. I'm trying to make sure visibility will hold. Let's go flaps full. St. Pete traffic, Allegiant 1809. Approximately 4-mile final, 18. There's Kabuk. If you haven't done so already, folks, put your predictions in for the landing. It's the exclamation mark, the word predict, the space, and a negative number.
1,000.
1,000.
Is that trees out here?
500.
500.
It is. I think we're going to be flying through
400.
some trees, folks.
100 above.
300.
Minimum. 200.
200.
Yeah, look at that. This is not
100.
great scenery.
100.
Retarded.
50.
50. 40. 30.
20. Retard. 20.
20.
5.
10.
Okay, why are we rolling backwards here? This airplane's just doing a lot of weird things today. I had to actually take it out of reverse twice. Alright, well, so far, didn't spend much on the scenery, folks. If I don't like it, it will go bye-bye. Especially didn't like those trees on final. Alright, so okay, fine, I'll take it to standby. Strobe lights should be, now they are. Okay, chronometer taking care of strobe lights left and right. Nose pack 1, we'll leave that on. Okay. FDLS is off. let's take a look outside. Why not? We'll take a jetway. Jetway program isn't working here. I just realized that, folks. Alright, well, we're waiting on the APU to become available. It's almost there, by the way. Alright, engine bleed, beacon off, wing lights off. Okay. Let's get all the fuel pumps off. We're transit shut down, so fuel pumps. Boom, 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 boom. And we'll get the code back in here to 2000. Doink. Okay. Off. Alright, we'll do from the EFB, shocks, ground power, pretty sure it won't have anything I can use. Nope. Alright, so, and if you remember in the beginning, folks, I said if you're at a place like this, just hit call. Let's get both baggage loaders up here. Get the external power turned on. APU bleed can go off, and because we're in a transit turnaround, we'll turn the APU itself off. Go to 0. Actually, probably ought to do this first. Okay. Then go to packs. 0, set, and there we go, folks. Alright, and here's what it looks like outside the plane. We're not going to be flying out of here today. Matter of fact, I'm pretty sure I'm going to get rid of the scenery. I don't like that on the end of the runway like that. But folks, this was a fun flight. I predict the perfect landing. Well, it's pretty close. We'll take a look here in a minute. Let me pull away charts. And we're going to bring up Sim Toolkit. Now we're going to start showing off another tool that's within here. You've seen this one. This one is basically your flight summary. Gives you a lot of information down here. Things you can select here. Shows VATSIM here. Now it can show POSCON, but not on this map. Okay, I have to go to the live map. Give it a second. Boondock Saints, welcome aboard. Hope you had a great stream on your end. Just showing off a little bit here of Sim Toolkit. Now, this is POSCON. This one and this one. Here, let me help you out. We'll turn off VATSIM. So now you're seeing nothing but what's on POSCON. And I'll even turn off some toolkit flights, because there were a couple in progress here somewhere in the States. I don't see them. They're black, so they're kind of hard to see. But anyway, so you can make this map show a lot of stuff. POSCON. You can turn on the rest if you're so inclined. There's VATSIM. So again, nice. Another neat tool here. Oh, I always forget to start off. This is free, folks. That's right, free. A lot of stuff. Down here is a lot of streaming tools that you can use. For instance, across the top of my screen, you see the overlay with the progress of the flight. That comes from here. So let's pull up the one that's more pertinent right now. Landing reports. Hang on a second. Did I not see the flight recorded? We'll make sure. Let's get that done first, because we're going to do two tools here. Landing reports, okay. 308 feet a minute. Hey, I'm not going to complain, folks. The only thing I'm going to complain about is that I don't like the scenery in that, look at that. No trees out here. How did I know that was probably true? So, it is what it is, folks. But, big thing, takeaway from here. Okay, first off, runway 18's a 9,700-foot runway, 150 feet wide. This shows some stuff here in a second, but right now, this is the threshold. This is where you should not land anywhere north of this as you look at the chart. Everything should be south. This is the aiming point, which got all screwed up because of the scenery for me, because the trees were right here. That's a no-no in the FAA, by the way. And finally, the landing zone starts here, goes back to the threshold. So we're outside of it. 3,400 feet down the runway, 12 feet to the right. But we managed 139 on the speed, 308 feet per minute, and about 1.3 on the G's. You can also look at your pitch, all of that, see if that matches your checklists, because some of them will tell you pitch up to 6, pitch up to 8, pitch down, 3, and that's how you land them. So again, a great tool, but where X-Plane excels over Microsoft is this next tool. Rewind. We can actually, in the program, take it back. But before I do that, I got to come off POSCON. Forgot to do that last time, folks. Hang on, let me do it from the UI first. Network, disconnect. Okay. Make sure here. Okay. And double sure there. Doink and doink. Okay, so now let's hop outside and let's go to replay mode. And we'll start from here, and let's see if we can't get the maestro to cue up some music. So far, the airport looks good, folks, from this distance out. Let's speed up just a tad. This is what I'm talking about, folks. It's not allowed. Considering there's approach lights in there. So if y'all know how to get rid of those, let me know. See, there's some of them right there. Well within the landing area. It's a floater, guys. It's a floater. Yeah. All right. And not to mention a tailwind landing, so. Well, I did get the message that says it may not appear right. That might be why. So, we'll have to figure out what's causing this. You get payware, you shouldn't have to adjust anything. I guess that's just me and my silliness and thinking. Looks good though coming in, but those trees should not be there. Anyway, folks, this was a fun stream. Actually, the first POSCON pretty much to go as built. Let's see how it looks from. Oh, that didn't work. Look at that, I had enough time to get in front of the plane. Nice. A lot of grease left behind on that landing, folks. Alright, well, we'll watch it come off since we can't hop up in the tower. Folks, it's been a fun stream. Like I said, POSCON worked for the first time flawlessly. Appreciating that. Melvin Leroy is up and flying, so I think what we'll do, we'll pass this over to him. Is he in a helicopter? Oh, Lord. What could go wrong with that? Well, you know what? Let's find out. Folks, I hope you all enjoyed. We'll see you again on Sunday, maybe more than likely Monday. So I hope you all have a great day, a grand day, and why she wouldn't come out of reverse is beyond me. So, hang on a second. So as we taxi in, I just want to say thank you to all that came out today. Again, exclamation mark follow, and we would sure appreciate you seeing you on the next streams. Again, God bless you all. Hope you all have a great day, and we'll see you next time. And as the stream says, bear with each other and forgive whatever grievances you may have against one another. Forgive. Folks, that's the name of the game. Forgive as the Lord forgave you. What great parting words from Paul. Hope you all have a grand weekend, a great day, and we'll see you next time.